Oh, Lay Atlas.
All right, bells and whistles. Oh my gosh, what an evening it has been already. A no-show, an internet failure. Members of Infinity Gaming stepping up and making shit happen, like the Dark Lorax, who's going to be providing us some awesome casting this evening. And I'm not gonna let her carry all the weight. I promise I will do my part to help out.
You're a heavy load to carry, Morse.
I am. You should ask my friends that play League of Legends with me. Dude.
Oh, good.
Lorax, could you do me a favor, though, and introduce us to the players? I am going to make you do that.
All right, excellent. So, starting up the second series here in our second day of group play, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner from Infinity Gaming, it is Atlas! And his opponent for the evening, the purple Zerg, purple being my favorite color of Zerg, good choice, EON, is also from Infinity Gaming. It is EON.
Power overwhelming. That is what EON is. He is a power that is overwhelming.
Yeah, this should be a good matchup. I know Atlas has been preparing quite diligently all week. As soon as he found out what group he was in, he was getting all of his builds and strategies ready. So it'd be interesting to see what he comes up for. He was expecting to have to go up against Revenge. I'm sure there's a big relief there from all the players to not have to be up against the pretty much uncontested champion of most of these tournaments.
Oh, First Blood does go to EON, killing himself off an SCV.
Yeah, usually they just get a little poke while they're building things, but this drone out for blood just goes right for the kill and is able to take an SCV down for the first kill of the game.
This is going to be a best-of-3 series, like all the series are in our group stages. These guys are competing not only for a little bit of cash, but also for an invite to that bracket stage going to be taking place starting Friday. And of course, none of that would be possible without the support of awesome viewers like you. I'm going to pull my PBS line. And of course, our official sponsors, Zeke. Check them out at z33k.com, and GGTracker, ggtracker.com. The best place to upload your SC2 replays. Nothing coming out of the barracks yet. I'm sure we'll probably see a Reaper. Yep, there it goes.
Yep, Reaper in production. 15 spawning pool from EON, followed by 15 hatch. Very standard. It'd be interesting to see where he goes from here, whether he decides to go gasless or opt for an earlier speed on the lings. Some trade-offs there. Definitely expecting to see some queens up as soon as possible to help shoo away these annoying Reapers that are bound for his base momentarily.
Now, we haven't seen the last of Genesis and Daniel, by the way, guys. Group play. Going to be seeing them again, so stick around.
Yeah, Reaper now making his way across the plains of Derelict Watcher here, heading straight for EON's base to get some scouting information, hopefully return the favor of the one SCV kill gotten earlier in the game. Queen's about to pop, though, so I don't think this Reaper is going to get too much done. Queen getting one shot off. He's going to jump down, sees no drones there, and forced to come back into the main where the nasty queen is waiting, so he may just have to settle for getting some scouting down here.
Oh, it's a shame. If he had stayed down in that natural, he would have been able to pick off that one drone. A little bit of impatience getting the best of that Reaper, but looks like he's going to try to make it up with some lane kills, or maybe just play some tag. I don't know.
I think they're just having a foot race there. It appears that the jetpack of the Reaper is just a little bit too fast for these slow Zerglings. That's unfortunate. So the foot race goes to Atlas. So I'd say they're 1-1 so far in this game. Early SCV kill for EON, but the Reaper wins the foot race. Double gas now going down for EON here. It's pretty standard 530 gases going down, so should likely see an expansion. Yep, there it is. And probably going for some upgrades and evos coming shortly. Let's see if he spends the first 100 gas on speed. Yeah, and he does. So everything very standard out of EON so far. How does our Terran down here look, Morris?
Well, I like that he's already gotten his expansion up, getting ready to probably lift it over to the low ground as soon as that orbital command finishes. Nice saturation, SCV production, obviously behind the Zerg at this point. Doesn't really have that option to go production or probe, or workers. But we should see that get caught up. But a third base going down for EON not too long ago, about halfway done. EON definitely wants to keep the economic edge in this game.
Yeah, you have to as a Zerg. If you fall behind in economy, it's just so hard to keep up with the massive production of Terran War Machine once it gets rolling. Moving across the map now with 4 Hellions and a Reaper. Motley assortment of crew here, but spawning pool, or hatchery rather, taking some shots, but it's going to be a long time before these get picked off. Slow Lings coming on the Hellions. No micro.
Oh no, Atlas!
1 Hellion,
Oh!
2 Hellions, 3 Hellions. Reaper will fall, and Hellion escapes with 5 hit points. Losing Hellions and Reapers to slow Lings is just painful to watch, even for a Zerg player.
Yeah, EON says it right there. Oh, sad panda.
Yeah. A little bit of a misstep there for Atlas as his Hellions retreat home. We do have a Banshee on the field, so Atlas hoping that he can use these Banshees to take a little bit of advantage. Cloak has not started researching yet, so we may not see Cloak here yet. I would figure that if he was planning on building Cloak into this, that it would already be on the way so that it would be ready for when the Reaper or when the Banshees got there.
Yeah, those 2 additional factors really ate up a bunch of the gas. I mean, Atlas does have the gas, but he would have to cut the some of the production that he's doing already. Another gas did go down a moment ago, so he should be able to get that Cloak in a little bit if he even plans on it.
Yeah, Lair right on schedule here for EON. Super standard. 1-1 upgrades halfway done. He's already sort of pulling ahead in the upgrade advantage. Baneling Nest on the way. Beautiful creep spread out in the front of the base. Things are looking good for EON. He's got a pretty safe setup after he killed those Hellions. There wasn't too much he had to worry about. Now these Banshees moving into the back of the main. Let's see if they can get some damage done. Going first for the Queen, and the Queen will fall quickly to the Banshees. Now focusing on the workers. EON morphing in an Overseer here, just in case Cloak is something that he's going to have to contend with. We know it's not, but EON doesn't. He just wants to be safe. 2 Queens coming in to try to help shoot these Banshees. One of them is low in health, but they have 7 kills and 6 kills each so far, so looks to be in a reasonably good position here with the Banshees. I think they were worth it.
Even force some, I mean, just the threat of Cloak even forced down a couple Spore Crawlers. Or a Spore Crawler, I'm sorry, that's a Spire. That's a Spire. Spire coming down.
Yep, Spire, pretty standard, but also a great way to take care of these Banshees. Atlas being a little careless here, losing that 1 Banshee. This Banshee getting focused by the Queens. This 1 Queen gets transfused back up to near full health. Queen's having a little transfuse party here. They're all healthy, ready to go back to work, injecting. And EON just sitting out at the third of Atlas here with his Lings, making sure no expansion was coming behind this. And we see tank production starting up for Atlas here. He is hunkered down. Looks like tank Hellion, probably very mech-heavy style here as we see Thor's already on the way. Blue Flame pre-igniter is coming here, and looks like Atlas is going to be setting for mech for the long haul.
You know, Atlas has been playing with mech a lot since this new patch came out. It's something that he was really excited about, that increased attack speed for the tanks. So we'll see how that comes into play. Hydralisk Den just finishes off. We don't have any mutas on the field or in production. Couple static defenses going down for Atlas, as we can see turrets now hitting the field. Another Stargate, or I'm sorry, Starport in production as well. Thors making their way on the map, as you called out a moment ago, Lorax. Very, very heavy mech play. Ooh, and some Hellbats.
Based on what EON is, little scouting information of the production facilities that EON has, he was not able to get his Overlord in there. He is adapting, as you can see by the upgrades. He's getting Roach speed. He's now transitioned into getting missile attack, Hydra upgrades, as well as the second upgrade for the Carapace there. He is not going to be surprised as far as unit composition goes against this mech play. I've seen EON go Roach Hydra in CVTs quite a bit. He likes to mix in the Roach Hydra army and then try for a Nidus play to increase the mobility. It's very hard to break into, as you look at the front of Atlas's base, there is so many siege tanks, a whole slew of Thors and Hellions there, soon to be lots of Hellbats, and you just can't break that. So the solution that EON has, that I've seen him play in other games, is to just get that Nidus network, come in, pop right into the main, and just try to take out as much production as you can from the Terran.
High-sec auto-tracking just finished. It's a very unusual investment. Also, we see Terran building armor coming down, bringing some of the most unused upgrades out of the engineering bay. Only a few mutas on the field, so I'm not sure if that high-sec auto-tracking was a wise investment.
Yeah, big two-base push here coming from Atlas. It's got 4 Thors, let's see, 4 Thors, 25 Hellbats. Mutas fly over the Thors. They are not long for this world. All gone. Atlas is rounding out this composition with a few siege tanks. He's setting up outside his main. This is not going to be something that you're going to want to attack into anytime soon. I like that EON's now spread out. He's got 5 hatcheries all now up, just starting to mine on all of the bases, and I'd like to see him get the gases going here so he can just work on getting those hive techs. Hive is almost finished. Be interesting to see how he approaches this. Still working on missile upgrades, 4 Hydras on the way. We look at EON's army here. It's basically just a mix of Roach Hydra, a couple Zerglings sprinkled in there, and we have this fleet of Zerglings waiting to greet Atlas's expansion. So he's probably going to get a few SCV kills here and slow down. Meanwhile, there's a Nidus coming in the main of Atlas. This is exactly what I was talking about. He's hoping to get his whole army here as he lures it out of position in the expansion with the Zerglings.
And that Nidus does finish. Quite a few Roaches popping out. Hydralisk taking down... Oh, and another Nidus Worm just in case for a backup. Tons of units pouring out. This does not look good for Atlas. His army is so far out of position. It's going to be a good minute. Plus, smart move. I was just about to say it's going to take a while for everything to filter through, but lifting up that factory, allowing as many of the mech units to get in as possible. But I don't know what you can do against such a swarm. Blue Flame Igniter is finished for these Hellbats. They are going to do some work. These chokes not doing anything for the Zerg. Wow, this is going to get cleaned up by Atlas relatively quickly.
Yeah, lots of tanks here sieged up behind. I'd like to see him try to get in and maybe snipe some of these SCVs with the remaining stuff. Just engaging this army head-on is not the best decision. He also brought some queens along with him. I didn't see any creep tumors go down here. So the creep will recede once these Nidus worms are killed. That's a sad little picture there. Mech just standing on top of the corpses of the Nidus worms.
I like this scan. That was a very, I mean, that's something that I don't do in my play. Very smart. Oh, daily Atlas lag. There we go. I never think about that. You know, scanning for creeps or scanning for burrowed units. You know, in that kind of a engagement, it's so easy to lose track of, you know, a dozen units or so. You're all the way across the map. No Nidus Worm. All of a sudden, boom! 12 roaches in your base. What can you do about it? Nothing. You're on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and that's a great way for Zerg to get a little bit more utility out of an attack like that. If you can hide a few units in, this mech army is so immobile and so slow that being able to harass when they move out is just it's a hugely valuable skill.
Got one.
Looks like Atlas is pushing out.
Had one very lost tank in the back of his base. I think just the way his Sim City is. Yeah, that poor every tank that pops out is going to have to come all the way down and around before it's going to be able to get back up. Here comes a good scan. Going to be able to clear off some creep tuners, shooing some overlords out of the way. Oh, and those ultras siege is late. And Atlas just GG's. I don't know about that.